ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a treat today. I can't wait to bring Daryl onto the screen. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you, Travis. I really appreciate the opportunity, and it's a joy and privilege to be here. Did you know that the average person has 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day? Did you also know that out of the 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day that the average person has, that 80% of them are the same repetitive thoughts? And did you know that out of those repetitive thoughts, 90% of them are negative? You know, today it's obvious that we live in a very negative time, very negative world. If it's not the coronavirus, it's also some of the racial issues that are going on. The most important thing is this, though, is that no matter what's going on the outside, the most important thing is always making sure that what's going on the inside is right. So I also asked the question today, what's on your resume? Now, I'm not talking about the resume that you would give to a prospective employer, but I'm talking about the resume of your life. What's on your resume? You were created to do amazing things. And no matter where you may be in this time in your life, whether you're down, depressed, or whether you're moving forward, we all have moments where they are very trying in our lives. We get inundated by social media. We get inundated by the press, from the TV, and all that stuff could get inside of you and put you in a position where you may not be as confident as you like to be. But I'm here to tell you that today I'm going to show you what's on your resume so you can always rise above the things that may be facing you on a daily basis. So let's take a look at what's on your resume. First thing on your resume is that don't be concerned about who you are, but whose you are. You are a creative human being, and you have been created by your creator to do amazing things. Whether it's building tall skyscrapers or writing a best-selling novel, whether it's running for office, doing something incredible, or reaching down and reaching back and helping people come up to another level with an encouraging word or thought. It's about what's on your resume and what you are created to do. You are created to do amazing things. The second thing you want to review when it comes to what's on your resume is you want to look at your monumental moments that you've had in life. Now, we've all had those, whether it was a certificate or an award that you won, whether it was an achievement you made at work. So we have to take time to savor and those things that we have. I like to put mine on my wall and on my bookshelf in my office. I do that not for others to see, but I do it for me to see. Because when I see it, it reminds me on those not so award-winning days that I have done great things in the past, that I am better than what my situation currently may be looking like or what someone may have said about me. And it makes me realize that I am an incredible and unique individual, and the best is yet to come. It's always good to have that opportunity. My wife used to tell me all the time, why don't you take time out to put those out so other people can see? Well, you know what? I don't do that. I like to put them so I can see them, because I need to be able to encourage myself and realize the value that I add to not only my life, but the lives of others on a regular basis. Understanding what's on your resume. The third thing when it comes to understanding what's on your resume is to take in the great things others have said about you. Now, how many of you, if I was to ask a question, how many of you enjoy getting cards, letters, notes from a loved one of encouragement and support, just letting you know what you meant in their life? We all do that. I love getting cards myself. As a matter of fact, I have a certain people group that I like getting cards from. They would be called my grandchildren. And one thing about my grandchildren, it's not like they give me cards all the time. But every now and then when they're either prompted by their parents or they just start to think about it, they may give me a card. So one of the things I learned about when people give you notes and cards and things of this nature is it serves twofold. One, it reminds you how people feel and think about you. and the impact you've made on their lives. The other thing it does, it helps you remind them of the impact that you've made on their lives. You know, one of these things that came all too real is that about 3 years ago, my 12-year-old granddaughter at the time stormed into my office telling me about why she deserved to have a brand new iPhone. And she comes in and she says, Grandpa, I deserve a brand new iPhone. I got great grades. I have the right for an iPhone. You need to buy me an iPhone. I'm telling you, I've been a great granddaughter. I'm your favorite granddaughter. I need you to buy me a brand new iPhone. It only costs $800. Now, I heard, with her whole entire conversation, the only thing I heard out of her whole dissertation was that the iPhone cost $800. And she was trying to put me on the hook to buy this phone for $800. I told her, well, first of all, let's back up. We're not going to get you an $800 phone. At least I'm not going to pay for an $800 phone. But what we can do is we can talk about a system and how you can earn an $800 phone even at your age. And she put her hands on her hips and she said, Grandpa, I can't believe you said that. I got to earn money. You ain't right. You're not fair. You just cheat. You tell you that you love me. You don't love me. You don't even care about me. You just being totally unfair. And you don't love me. To which I said, oh, that's how you feel about me? Well, that's interesting because that's not what you said right here. Right here, according to you, you said that Grandpa, you're really cool, amazingly smart, nothing but fun, downright great, perfectly nice, and totally awesome. Have a happy Father's Day, Grandpa. You deserve it. Love, your granddaughter, Taya. She looked dead at me and looked at that card and put her head down and just went storm out of the room. Ugh. Folks, if you don't take anything away from this talk we're doing, remember this: documentation beats everybody's conversation. That's why you bring it to the point where you can share this with folks and let them remind them how they said they feel about you. Remembering, once again, these are the things that add value to your own life. So when you get them from people, hold on to them. Don't throw them away, because they can serve you purpose later on down the road at a time when you need them the most. The last thing, when it comes to what's on your resume, is the fact that you got to have a 20-second commercial about you. Now, in his book, The Magic of Thinking Big, Dr. David Schwartz said that everybody should have a 20-second commercial about themselves. One, that they speak to themselves to on a regular basis, and two, what you speak to other people about who you are. You know, and I take that to heart because I do this every single morning. Before I walked out the door, I tell myself my 20-second commercial over and over and over again. My 20-second commercial kind of goes like this. I, Daryl Glaze, am a successful, skillful, driven entrepreneur and highly paid speaker who always wins, praises God, and seizes opportunities. I say that over and over again until I got my 20 seconds in. And then what that does is that, number one, it reminds me who I am throughout that day when I have things that kind of come up against me, but it also lets everyone else in the world know who I am, because I'll say that mantra over and over and over again. I, Daryl Glaze, am a successful, skillful, driven entrepreneur, coach, and highly paid speaker who always wins, praises God, and seizes opportunities. It reminds me that no matter what I face, no matter what I'm going through, no matter where I may be at that time in my life, the most important thing is what's on my resume. It motivates me, it inspires me. It helps me get to a brand new level each and every time. And as I said before, the best is always yet to come. So my question to you is this: what's on your resume? What's the thing that drives you on a daily basis? What's the thing that motivates you? What are you doing to get yourself out of the doldrums, to get yourself out of the issues in life that we face, that we all come across? What are you doing daily to help you get to that place where you can inspire yourself, where you can know that other people care about you. So remember, when thinking about what's on your resume, number one, remember whose you are. Your creator created you to do great things. The second thing is, go back and take a look at those monumental moments that you've had in your life, the things you've accomplished, the things you've done, the things that you have gone to a whole nother level at that maybe you thought you never could get there. And now you know you can get there again and go beyond. The third thing is to remember what other people have said about you, the cards, the letters, the great sentiments that people have spoken into your life through letters and through other things that have made something for you. The last thing is, when it comes to remember what's on your resume, have that 20-second commercial that tells you and the world who you are. So whenever you find yourself getting down, whenever you find yourself at a place where you just can't continue on like this, where you just can't go, or you don't, or just feel like just giving up, or you get inundated with all the negativity around, just remember that you are great and there's something special about you. There's greatness within you. You are somebody. You do matter. And every time you need to know, just go back and review what's on your resume.